Hello, everybody. Right. I need to see if everyone can hear me. Can anybody hear me? I have no way of telling. Someone say, yes, I can hear you. Oh, good. There we go. Thank you. Well, welcome, everybody, to another Not Camping with Tony. And at my feet, I have, well, let me show you them now before they disappear. Come here, you two. Come on up. I've got Bernie and Bolly here. Come on up, here. Come around. Come around. Okay, up. Yep. Bernie, you're so lazy. Come on, up. Come and say hello to everyone. Hello, Bolly. Okay, now I've given Bolly some attention. Bernie's probably going to pop up. There he is. Say hello to everybody. Hello, Bolly. If I give Bolly even more attention, Bernie has to come up because he can't help himself because he's got to interject. Morning, everybody. Morning. Hello, Bernie. Look, hello, my lovely. Hello, Bolly. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. All right, that was a mistake. Morning, everybody. Hi, everybody. Yeah, welcome. Come on then. Down you get, Bernie. Oh, you big thug. Hello, Bolly. All right, that was Carnage. Sorry. Oh, okay. Yes, morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me on this. This is a celebration of 100 million views on YouTube, which is pretty nuts. If you know anything about YouTube, it's extremely difficult to make it to this point. And I couldn't have done it without all of you. And obviously the puppies, and also remembering Brucey, because that's how I started out, was with Bruce, my first border collie, and Bruno as well. Bless them both. And then, of course, couldn't have done it without my wife, Anne, who is upstairs moderating this chat and sending me messages. So how this is going to work is Anne is just picking comments out and sending them to me to answer for Q&A. So you got to suck up to the boss, which is Anne. Thank you, Bernie. Sorry. Bernie, it's like being in the camper van, and I've got Bernie right here with his nose right here. Look, excuse the crotch shot, but he's right here. Yeah, so if you've got a question for me, then honestly, you got to suck up to Anne. And then the other thing is obviously to my son, Brandon. I don't know if he's online. I'm sure Anne will say if Brandon is online watching this. And he's at university in the States. So there are so many comments. I just want to say thank you in advance to everyone. I will read them all afterwards, but I can't possibly read them while doing this because they're just flying past. So yeah, 100 million. It's a major milestone. And we were just saying the other day, I remember when I got my first million views, and it was crazy. You get your first 10,000 views and it's crazy. This is a very, very difficult thing to do, YouTube, and to be successful, depending on what your terms are, successful, it's not easy. It takes a lot of work, and especially the genre that I do, which is sort of camping and outdoors, is very, very physical. And we're out in horrible conditions a lot of the time. So you've got to stay fit, healthy. And along the years, I've yo-yoed a bit with drinking and eating junk and stuff like that. But I'm sort of on the straight and narrow now, a lot cleaner. Now, I am aware that the Formula One starts in just under 1 hour. So don't worry. I'll let you all go for that. All right, so just a couple of questions that Anne has just picked out from Kim Jones. Just wondering if you'll be doing any filming through your summer months. Not much. I am actually going camping tomorrow. Believe it or not, it's spring here, and we've got a snowstorm coming in tomorrow. And I will be going up Mars just because it's my last chance to get some snow this year. And I know I've done Mars a few times, but I'll be taking Bernie up there for Mars in Buddy. The truck, the beast, is out of action still. My brakes were completely gone, and they have to be shipped from Australia. So I have no brakes on my truck. It's at the shop. So I don't know when I'm getting that back. Question from Matty B7733 from Australia. Again, summer camps. That's 2. Okay. Oh, the beach camp. Yes, I will be going to the beach again. And I will be taking Bernie to the beach. From Enrique Wad. Do companies ever reach out to get your opinions on tent designs? Nope, never. Doesn't matter how much we do testing. They don't consider, well, my opinion, I don't know. They don't ask. Even Zenpai, who I use, they listen a little bit, but they're not really interested. They do their own thing. So yeah, tent companies generally don't listen to YouTubers' opinions, except for someone like Luke of Outdoor Gear Review, where he actually, you know, really calls them out and gets letters sent and stuff like that. No, they don't really care. Mike Cranford, UM1HJ, do you have any more Alaska trips planned? You'll have to wait and see. Tennis 28. I can see why she's picked this one. Your wife is very beautiful. You're a lucky man. 1 hour to race. Thank you, Anne, for pointing that one out. Thank you, Gregory Roberts. That's very sweet of you. How and when did you meet Abel? Abel and Victoria. So met him on a camp. My first time I met him with Victoria was at Narnia with Bruno, and it was a horrendous thunderstorm and snowstorm kicked in. That was the first time. From Gale Resources 3970, has Anne been concerned for your recent camps that were so storm-ridden? Yes, Anne is always concerned, but she knows I don't take unnecessary risks. And also, you know, I don't want to get injured. I don't want anything to go wrong. So I'm usually very prepared. I do go out and really horrendous stuff, and I would never recommend anyone else do it. I've just done it a long, long time and was trained to deal with it as well from an early age. So she does worry, but not too much. And I'm always in contact all the time. The chef, when will you be doing more Mars camping? Oh, I just answered that. Tomorrow I'm going up, and then that video will come out the following weekend. I think it's forecast for -8 and snow and windy. Gale Resources again. Anne, are you concerned about Tony on the very narrow road in the last camp? Yep, she doesn't look. She hates it, and she doesn't want to go up there, and she doesn't want me to go up there. You're talking about Patriarch. Yeah, it's a nasty road, and yeah, she doesn't like the look of it. But I'm very, very careful, and I've got a good truck to do it. BJCRH844. Not sure if you're taking questions, but I'm trying to help a homeless woman by buying her a tent. This is in Fort Worth, Texas. Possible that you could give a suggestion? Thanks either way. Well, I don't know. Is it one person, two person, family tent? Honestly, if it's just for basic camping, that you're going to have fair weather. Most campers, 99% of campers go out in fair weather deliberately. So to be honest, don't waste your money on the sort of stuff that I use. You can just get one off Amazon and you'll be absolutely fine. And take a tarp with you. And if it really does chuck the tarp over the top of it. Xanadane, hi, Anne, when will you be camping with Tony and the dogs? Well, she's put that because it will never happen. She doesn't want to be on camera. She doesn't want to be on camera now. And yeah, it's just not going to happen. Enrique Fuad, Tony, have you ever considered to do a survival competition show like Alone or Outlast? No. And I've been invited on one and turned it down. Not my thing. Bescobar 7105. What are their favorite treats? You mean mine and Anne's or the puppies? The puppies' favorite treats. They have so many. They love yogurt, but they love those venison chews that I get them. Yeah, really love those. Skamara, SK Marama from Sharon in Utah. You've camped in Canada and Alaska. What's next on your bucket list? Finland. Yeah, I really want to try Finland and Norway. From David Chermak. Tony, where did they find the water leak on Buddy? Congratulations on reaching 100 million. I found the water leak and it was the awning and I fixed it that day with that tape. So then I took the van back to the lockup and I sealed with about 3 tubes of gunk, sealed the entire way along, and that fixed all of the water leaking. From Jennifer, question, what was your favorite camp trip so far? I don't have one. I've done so many, but I have to say, standouts. I loved Alaska. Yeah, I really did. I really loved Canada, but there are so many rules and regulations in Canada that don't exist in Alaska. In Alaska, it's a free-for-all. And you can pretty much, oh, by the way, you see, I have big hands. Okay. It's a free-for-all in Alaska. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. It felt safe. People were lovely. They were in Canada as well, but Canada is very restricted where you can go in winter. They haven't cleared a lot of the areas. So yeah, I just found Alaska was amazing. Linny05, Tony, do you ever encounter any paranormal activity while camping? No, never. Never seen anything, never heard anything that can't be explained. When you're out in the woods, everything sounds big, by the way. Everything sounds creepy. It's just the way it is. Wife of Gremlin Shrimp. Tony, for my husband and I, best two-person tent for all weather. We need all weather. Scotland is brutal, haha, and spacious, but not massive. Well, look, if it's Scottish brutal weather, which I know what Scotland's weather is like, it's similar to what we get in New Zealand. You're not going to go wrong really with a Hillberg. You're just not. And you can get them secondhand. And I'd say for two people, I would go with a Namage. Yeah, and maybe the Namage GT. So you've got that extra room at the front. But that will survive anything that Scotland can chuck at you, definitely, whether it's snow, rain, whatever, wind. Lisa McNally, 75. Hi, Tony. Were you scared at your last trip away when your tent blew away? Love from Northern Ireland. Thank you. No, I wasn't scared. What you saw there was my adrenaline going through the roof as I had to think on my feet. Now, a few reasons for that. It might have looked like I was scared, but I wasn't. I'm trying to film for YouTube. So two things were going on. First, I just lost my camp. And it happened in a second. It took off. It went. I had Bolly right beside me. I didn't feel the gust of air. It came over the top of me. It came down and hit the tent. We were just shielded slightly by the river. Now, obviously, it could have been a lot worse. It could have been the other direction. Then everything would have gone in the river. Well, my camera gear, everything. So no, I wasn't scared. It was just the adrenaline surging through my system as I first ran after the tent. You didn't see any of this on camera. The tent took off. I was like, oh my God, Bolly. I ran after the tent, realized Bolly was with me, ran back, put Bolly in the car, then ran back, tried to get to the tent. I saw it was wedged in the trees. So ran back to the truck looking for my camera. I couldn't find anything. Then saw my DJI, my little mobile camera, picked that up and started filming from then. That's when you saw it. I then, in the middle of cleaning up, I called Anne, told Anne what had happened. And then I dealt with it. But what you saw there was just pure adrenaline because my camp was gone. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was filming for YouTube. And it was just like, oh my God, it was just me as well. So that's what you saw there. And yeah, it was freaky. And nothing would have made any difference. If it hadn't been a strong tent, it would have just collapsed instead of taking off. No floor or anything would have made a difference. I've lost track where I am now. Oh, here we go. Fanny Kappen. Hi, Tony. I'm in the UK, and although it's a right mess right now, do you miss it? No, I don't miss the UK. I've got to explain why. I miss my friends there. I miss certain quirks, like some of the old villages and some of the shops and things, but I don't miss living in the UK. You've got to understand, I left the UK in the 90s and moved to Asia. I left 93, something like that. I was in Hong Kong for the handover. So no, I don't really miss it because it hasn't been home since I was 20. I do go back and visit though, and I always love seeing my friends, and I always have a great time when I go back. Always. I love London. I have a great time, but I don't miss it. I would never live there again. No. The world is a big place, really, and there's lots of places to live. And I've lived in a lot of places. I've settled at the moment in New Zealand, but we never know where we're going to end up. Depends on where Brandon ends up, to be honest. From Grace Ho 9719, what is your favorite, funniest camping memory with each of the puppies? Favorite camping memory? Well, with Bruce, it was the time I did a beach camp and he threw the stick up in the air because I said, where's your stick? And he threw it at me. I remember that. With Bruno, it was on Narnia when he stole my stick from under the chair. Quite possibly the #1 moment I remember ever is when he took that stick, just showing how intelligent he was. And I haven't been out camping long enough with Bernie to have a favorite memory. It's awful. I mean, the first time I took him camping in Buddy, which was his very first camp, was probably my favorite memory. And then obviously Bolly's only been on one camp solo with me. And of course, I'll always remember that. Tennis 28. Hey, Tony, I heard Luke headed up north today to build toys for Santa. Yeah. It takes him a while because of his tiny hands. Now, look, the banter between me and Luke is funny. We chat a lot, and you don't believe anything either of us say about each other, except for the fact that Luke really is 5'4". And yeah, I'm on coffee. Oh no, making a mess. Who's just gone out there? Bernie. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for coming. All right, here we go. Hedwig flies again. Why don't the bugs bother you? Because I have thermocells with it. You mean here? We don't get any bugs here, but when I'm camping, I use thermocells, and that gets rid of all the bugs. Hey, Bernie. Martin Daniels 3878. If you didn't do camping trips, what would be your second choice? Road trips. I love road trips. Absolutely love road trips. I've always loved driving, and I like camper van trips. I loved going camper vanning with Anne during lockdowns here in New Zealand when it was all locked down. It was all quiet. Had the place to ourselves. It was superb. I loved that. How old are Bernie and Bolly now? 18 months. They're 18 months. 18 months? Yeah, I think Anne wrote that, 18 months. Yeah. Windy Girl, 1958, new member. Do you stay in touch with Camping with Steve? Steve Wallace? Occasionally, just rarely. He's a busy guy. I'm busy. But yeah, the occasional message. Ian, oh, thank you very much, Ian, new member. Tony, my dogs and I have got a lot of enjoyment and sometimes comfort watching your videos. Just wanted to buy you a beer. Thank you so much from England, Ian. Thank you. That chicken, her dog. Hi, Tony. Who in New Zealand is the best supplier for your dog's camping gear? Dogs? Okay. You mean like the blankets and things? I don't get anything in New Zealand, to be honest. I get it all shipped. Hi, buddy. Bernie, you coming up? Come on, then. You coming up? No? Oh, yes, you are. There he is. Hello, Bolly. You see, if you give one a stroke, you've got to give the other stroke, and then they come back, and it's a repeating cycle. Yeah, I get most of my gear overseas from Amazon or direct from the manufacturers. I get some things in New Zealand, but the dog stuff I think is all from overseas and Australia. Australia has great options, great gear for dogs and camping. So I get a lot of stuff from Australia. Australia and New Zealand have a sort of a reciprocal tax agreement and shipping agreement. So it's quite cheap to get stuff on Amazon Australia sent here. Raymond 2800. Hello, Tony and Anne. Would you consider a backpack wheel cart to save your back and legs? No. I just train harder and suck it up. AM9293. What type of drone do you own? Okay. So my latest drone is the DJI Mavic Pro 4. It's a serious piece of kit. And as you've seen, it's gone up and it's followed me in several conditions. People often comment, well, who's flying the drone? It automatically tracks whatever I tell it to track. Bernie, you're being very clingy. Very clingy indeed. Super clingy. Even for Bernie, this is super clingy. It's because I'm talking and he doesn't know why. Stacy Speakman 1152 question. Hey, Tony. First of all, love the vids. Thank you. And love the doggos. But wondering if you do a weekend away lads trip with Abel. Much love from Bolton. Abel and I do hook up occasionally. Not that sort of hookup. Not like Tinder hookup. We have what we call sort of AGMs, annual general meetings, where we go out. If Anne's away, we go and get beers and stuff, but it's not going to be a collab. No. I think he's coming over in a week. Oh, Anne, when you were away, Abel's coming over and we're going to the tavern for a massive piss up. Wokey Toki 3988. Bruno stealing your stick from under your legs on the camera while you were tut-tutting about what a naughty boy he was epic. Then is pretending to be shocked when you asked about it. Love him. Yeah, I miss him so much. California Travel Wine Girl. What was your scariest camp when you worried about really cold temperatures? Scariest camp? I've never had a scary camp worrying about cold temperatures. I just deal with it. I don't get scared. I really don't. I just deal with it. I see everything just as a challenge. Those heights and everything else, I just get super focused, but I don't get scared. Yeah, I just haven't. Cordy 1899. Hey Tony, where did you learn to cook like a king? Your food always looks banging. So we used to run a lodge here. This ran it as a sort of an exclusive B&B, and I hired a chef who had trained in Switzerland, and he trained me. And so I did a lot of training for that, and then I cooked almost professionally for our guests for almost 10 years. I had to do that to get my visa, my residency to live in New Zealand. It's very difficult to get here. Linny05, Tony, what made you move to New Zealand? Such a nice place. My brother lives in New Zealand, and he lives on the North Island, and we were living in Hong Kong, and we came here to visit, and we were driving around. Oh, 9/11 had happened. I used to work for Morgan Stanley, and a few days before the plane hit the Twin Towers, I'd been up in the World Trade Center at Morgan Stanley's offices working, but I was on the road after that. And then when I got back to Hong Kong, I'd said to Anne, we really need a bug out place because the world doesn't look great. We came out here, we were visiting my brother, we were driving around, saw this land for sale, and bought it in a week later, and then realized that we couldn't live here. So that's why we had to come up with all our visa plans. Norm Cantrell 9189. Tony, I've always wondered how you drink water from any water source, specifically the Tarn, without any filtration or cleaning. Is there no concern about bacteria? Hang on. The noise you can hear are these two fighting. Ooh. Oh, that stopped them because now they can see themselves on camera. Can you stop making so much noise down here, please? Right, sorry. You're so noisy. I've pulled the power cable out. Hang on. Right, what was the question? Oh, how do I drink from all these sources without worrying? You can do that in New Zealand, South Island, particularly where I go. Don't do that anywhere else in the world. Use a filter. It's just going to be noisy here now because they're play fighting under the table. Yeah, use a filter. Always use a filter. Ehud's Tube. If you had to get a breed of dog other than Aussie, these aren't Aussies, these are purebred borders, which would you get for a camping companion? I don't know. I think that's a difficult one. We used to have golden retrievers. Anne loves golden retrievers. She's got such a massive soft spot for goldens. If she sees one, she has to ask the owner if she can go and stroke it. The dog, of course. What would I get instead of these two? I don't know. Border collies are perfect. They're smart, intelligent. I don't know. Probably go back to golden retrievers if I had to get another breed. That honestly isn't me. That's these two. Christine Adams 7478. Would you ever consider a trip to New York to camp in the Adirondack Mountains? Yes, I'm looking at camping again in the US. I don't know about New York. I don't know. The world is a massive place, and to fit all these things in, it's quite difficult. Paul Carney, what is the light to use for Bernie and Bolly? I need one for my girl. Excuse me. Hello, you two. Shh. It's a harness. I got it on Amazon. If you go to my Amazon page, I think on every description in every video, it shows PO box, it shows Amazon description, Amazon page, and on there you'll see the harness. Another subscriber recommended it. That's what I use. Bernie, you're so demanding. Logzamot, love the show. What are your top 3 tent manufacturers? Well, again, it depends if you're talking backpacking or car tents or whatever. Backpacking, it's definitely Hilberg, Samaya, and I don't really have another one. I've tried other things, but those are the 2 that I would just use. And for car tents, I just love Zempire. Every time I go back to Zempire, I love Zempire. I love air tents. They're so easy compared to poles, and they're so strong. Schnauzer Base Camp. Is Bolly traumatized from last camp? No, she couldn't care less. She was just more traumatized about my reaction. No, she was absolutely fine. Jennifer A777 question. Tony, what are the top 5 things you must have when camping? Shelter, all-weather gear, cooking gear, sleeping gear, and food and water. Camden, how is Bernie doing since his procedure? You just wouldn't know he'd even had that procedure. I don't know. I'm sure you. Oh, they're pulling an escape trick here. They're going to try and jump off into the trees because they're going to look for Anne. They can't get to her at the moment because the door's closed and it's blocked off. So what they're about to do is jump off of the deck so they can't get back on here again and disappear, and they'll run round and try and find Anne. And one of them's going to lead the other. Yeah, I don't know if you can make them out. You'll see them suddenly disappear off the deck as one of them jumps off. So I think we've almost lost them, but that's okay. They'll run round. Yeah, he's doing fine, as you can see. Synocta FPV. Hey, Tony, thanks for the videos. You got me back into camping. How does Samaya tents compare to Hilberg in terms of stability, condensation, and setup? It depends on the Hilberg and it depends on the Samaya. They're both very, very stable. They're both extremely well made. I would say Samaya is 100% waterproof. Hilberg is not. Hilberg does leak. Hilberg are reliable beasts. The Samaya is where you want to go lightweight. Condensation, terrible in the Samaya. Don't believe a word of anything on their website. The condensation is terrible. And setup, Hilbergs are easier to set up than Samaya most times. Andre H4K, what are your future plans for the channel and how long do you plan on running the channel? I don't know. Just carry on doing what I'm doing. And if I mix it up a bit, I mix it up a bit. Maybe do more road trips or other things. Holidays, maybe. I don't know. I keep family stuff private. I think they've gone. Oh, no, they're still here. Where's Bolly? Bolly! Oh, Bolly jumped off. Look at this. Bernie, where's Bolly? Yeah. What did you do, Bernie? Bernie, where's Bolly? Where is she? Has she jumped off the deck? Yeah. I can hear leaves rustling. He's come in here, will guilt it. Yep, he's down. Bolly, where are you? And Bolly's somewhere, I don't know where. She's probably going to go and let her in the back door now. So yeah, I don't know. I'll just carry on doing what I'm doing and maybe mix it up and do some other things. How long will I keep going? It gives me something to do. So I actually enjoy it. So I'll just keep doing it. Question, what's your favorite tent of all time? Again, you've got to be specific. If you're including car tents and wild camping tents and everything, I guess my favorite tent is always going to be a car camping tent just because I like the luxury of car camping. I guess it's the Zempire Pro. That thing is just awesome. Ruth Miller, what is your favorite kettle for the gas stove? Oh, I keep going back to my Trangia kettle. I love that thing. Victory 1261. So you built your house on the land you bought? Yes, we built this. We bought the land and then a few years later built the house. Jenny 4S, will you drop your cheeseburger again? I laugh so hard. I'm a World Trade Center survivor and your show brings me joy. Well done for getting out of there. Will I drop my cheeseburger in? Let's hope not. Sinuel 1975. Hi, Tony. Hope you're keeping well. Can you please tell me your views on AI and YouTube? I think it sucks. I think YouTube was about creators, you being on TV, you being on the TV. I think it sucks. I think they should have a separate system called YouTube AI, where AI is allowed and normal YouTube, it's banned. I think it sucks. I think it's going to suck. I think you'll be missing out. If all you ever do is look at AI content, then you're missing out, I think, on a lot. And also, you won't get the real, genuine stories. And I despair at AI. It's just everywhere now. And majority of it is just rubbish. It really is. And I don't think it's going to get any better. I just think YouTube, they better sort this quickly, because this is meant to be about creators creating and being personal on the screen. That's what it originally was about. Jude 1310, what country was Brandon born in? He was born in Hong Kong. Teresa618, thank you very much. After your tent made it through the last disaster, did the company reach out to you about it? I sent them the link and told them everything that had happened. It's not their fault. I said very clearly, and I did say to them, though, it needs stronger poles. I think that he took that message and he said he was going back to the designers to use DAC poles, stronger ones. The tent is too big. He had used the 6 and he hadn't used the 8. And when I explained, it's quite different. I think they were going to go and test it, but I've not heard from Nortent since. Carol Smith, how many years have you and Anne been together? I just celebrated my 45th anniversary. Well, married? We've been married 25 years. Together a fair bit longer, and I've known her since I was 19. Jason Stewart, hi, Tony. Are you considering any more mods on your Ford Ranger and Buddy? No, not on the Ford Ranger. I can't do any more mods. It's already maxed out by law in New Zealand. It's already classified as a special vehicle. So I can't really do any more mods on it. And Buddy, no, maybe something interior. I don't know, but no, not at the moment. Cindy Profit, hi, Tony. I was wondering how you found Mars. A hunting friend of mine recommended it to do videos on. That's how I found it. My neighbor, Noel. Eleanor Schomper, you drink wines dry or sweet? I drink heavy, full-bodied reds. Cabs, Shiraz, that sort of stuff. Led Zeppelin, do you live anywhere near where The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings were filmed? I just love these movies. I fell in love with New Zealand as well. I live near one location where they filmed a scene for The Hobbit, and I saw them filming it. It's the scene where they come down the river in the barrels, and the barrels hit the shoreline, and they get out of the barrels on the shoreline there, that little spot. That was filmed near me in a place called Pelorus. Bernie's gone to find Bolly. Bernie's going to jump off. Because you can see Bolly. Yeah, he's gone. Oh no, he's back. Bernie, he can see Bolly down here, but he doesn't want to jump off. Bolly. What? Bolly. Anita Walkup. How long does it take you to plan a trip? Oh, it's the day before. Unless it's a big road trip, it's the day before. N. Laumeyer, are you missing Bolly now? Yeah, you are, aren't you? Let me open the gate just to let either Bolly in or Bernie out so we can go and find her. There, come on, Bolly. Have you found? There you are, Bolly. Good girl. All is well. Don't worry, Bernie. What is okay? N. Laumeyer. Hello, Bolly. Hello, Bernie. What is the one upgrade you would want to make to Buddy the most? Oh, wider track with thicker wheels. That's a big, big job. That's all. Brent SW3. Tony, are you watching Mexican F1? Yep, as I mentioned at the beginning, that's on now in 26 minutes. And I think Lando, will he win it? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think the Ferraris are fast enough. Brent SW3. Oh, that was Brent SW3. Logzamot. Did you get the additional awning for inflatable Zenpai tent? Yes, they sent it to me free of charge when I said to them, can I have the awning thing for it? Yeah. So I can't wait to take that out again in a massive storm and have that shelter. Jerry Kell. Congratulations on 100 million views. Have you ever thought about camping in Australia? Yes, I have, and I will do it one day. But it's so close that I'll probably do it much, much later. I mean, yeah, probably much later. Brad Cook, is a Swiss Army knife still a handy classic for camping? Not really, not for me. Not really. No, I just have all the tools with me and a massive knife. God, they're so noisy. Summit Aurora. Hey, mate. Hello, Anne. Summit here from Dunedin. Blah, blah. Will you ever do a road trip in Buddy or do some camping further south? Yes, I've done a road trip in Buddy and everything went wrong. But I am going to get it done again when I get my water boiler fixed. Nick S, 9642. What industry were you in pre-YouTube? Well, I ran this as a lodge. But before that, I was in investment banking. I used to run algorithmic trading for American investment banks and a Japanese investment bank at the end. Sinocta, hey Tony, do you have a trick for cleaning your trangia? I always struggle with soot buildup. Yeah, I use a wire scrubber. So I use a wire scrubber brush. It gets rid of it all. Hassanwich, what's your top 3 favorite drinking spirits? Oh, great question. I love that. Rum. So a nice spiced rum, definitely number 1. I love that. A great whiskey. Yeah, love whiskey. And then a cognac, like a Martell Cordon Bleu or something like that. I need to walk up. Have you considered designing a tent? Nope, because that sounds like hard work and I don't want to work anymore. Fiona Baker, how many hours do you edit out of filming? Long time watcher. Okay, so none. Here's how I edit. And my channel is very different to all the other channels you see because I rarely do B-roll. I don't remove anything. So here's what I do. I have maybe 100 clips. I put them all in the order that I filmed in. I trim the first couple of seconds and I trim the last couple of seconds, which is where I'm starting the camera and I'm stopping the camera. Other than that, everything you see is genuinely what happens. I don't think I've ever cut anything out of a video unless it was just rubbish and I just didn't want it in there. But other than that, I don't do any other editing. I don't even apply color overlays or anything. It's just real. That's all I can say is it's just real. I don't fake anything on there. I don't make it all artistic and stuff like that. I can't be bothered because it doesn't do anything for me. AM9293, what is your favorite camping gadget tool that you can't live without now when camping? Camping gadget tool? I don't know. I don't really have any camping gadget tool that I can't live without. Nothing really. Nothing. The one thing I always take with me is my ouch pouch first aid kit, and I've got some nicks and knacks in there. That's probably my most important thing. Matt's what she said. Tony, what is your better preference, Mars or the tops? Oh, I love Mars. I love the tops, but it's such hard work. You know, it's 3 hours to get up there, and it's a 3-hour drive for me. It's a lot of work. Mars is quick, easy, and I get snow almost guaranteed. Mars is unique. Losh 2902, would you ever replace your truck for a newer model? Funny you say that. I would. I was interested in the Super Duty. I don't know. We'll see. It's a lot of money to spend on it now. These two are going nuts. And I can hear destruction down here, just to let you know, of bushes and branches and stuff like that. They're going ballistic. Skycloud 4013. What are your favorite 3 movies ever? Listen, if you know me, I've watched so many movies and I watch them over and over again. I don't have a favorite, but I have to say, if I was in a tent and I said, right, you've got 3 videos that you can download and have to watch in the tent. One's got to be Top Gun Maverick. I love that movie. I really do. And the others, I just don't know. Top Gun Maverick just stands out. There's so many great movies. I just love movies. I love movies. I love shows. Wokie Toki. Tony, I read Border Collies need intellectual cognitive engagement. Yep, challenges more than physical. Do you agree? And if so, have any thoughts on how much physical activity a Border Collie requires? A Border Collie will go non-stop all day, every single day. You cannot tire them out. They want to work, they want to run, they want to be busy. Having 2 helps with that because they're constantly play fighting, always. I mean, they're running, I don't know where they are now. I can't hear them. Yeah, they need attention or they will destroy your home. Yeah. Gamer Girls, what would be the next gadget you would cook with? Oh, I don't know. I've got so many gas stoves and electric things. I don't know, honestly. I do like the peace and quiet of gas. Yeah. R3 Aper Murphy, thank you. Would you recommend the Bushwhacker awning and then which one? Yes, I would. Bushwhacker is very strong. They don't supply in New Zealand anymore. It's Australia only. That's just why I've got the Darchie. And I don't know which one. It's whatever you need. The Delta 180, those wings are awesome. And if there's two of you, it's a lot easier. Rusty Shackelford, Tony, what is your go-to cigar? Monte Cristo number 4. I just got another box of them. Voice over Van Deen. What time is it? Oh, 8:40. Question, if you had to give up 2 out of wine, beer, spirits, cigars, which 2 would you choose? To give up or to keep? What would I keep? I'd definitely keep cigars, 100%. And, well, I could give up beer, no problem. That wouldn't bother me at all. So it's a choice between wine and spirits. I'd have to, oh, God, that's brutal. Why? Why would I have to? I'd give up spirits, I guess, and drink wine. Grace Point, thank you so much. Tony, future trips have you in mind or planned? I do. All will come clear when I do them this time. Gina, have you told these tent companies they need to add like clear plastic around the side to see out? Yeah, they don't care. They don't care what I have to say. Honestly, most of them genuinely couldn't care less. They look down on YouTubers. We are, to some of them, a means to an end and hopefully free marketing for them. But they all think they know better than us. They just all do. No matter what we tell them, no matter what we say, they think we're just YouTubers and that we don't know what we're talking about. Some YouTubers are like that. They don't know what they're talking about. But the majority of us who are good at what we do, going out and trying stuff out, we give suggestions, they're not interested, and they never ask for feedback. Oh, you're back now, are you? Can you come and settle? Settle. Settle. Lie down. Lie down. Down, Bolly. Good girl. Elizabeth, Tony, have you ever thought about making hoodies that say your signature line, great success? I'd love it. Sort of. Again, merch seems like a bit of hard work to me. Jane Ward, curry or roast dinner? Curry. Every single day, curry. Hassan Witch, what's your dream road trip? Ooh, I don't know. I'd love to get Canada finished again, but I love visiting all these different places in America. I really do, because it's so vast. I love the States. I would love to do Australia, but I think the US. Yeah. David T813, New Zealand is beautiful, no predators. Are there poisonous snakes or spiders? No. There's one type of spider. Well, there's we do have redbacks here, actually. They're very rare. I've never actually seen one in the wild. Capito, I think it's called. Capito spider. There's white tails, which will give you a nasty bite, but there's no snakes, not a single snake in New Zealand. What animals are there to hunt? All the introduced species. Yeah, pigs, goats, deer, everything that was introduced by the early Europeans. Bad R8347, did you consider adding solar panels on the van? There is a solar panel on Buddy. Synocta. Hi, Tony, have you ever had to call off a trip because filming didn't work out, like due to other people or camera failures? Yes. Yeah. Not. Yes, I forgot my tripods once, which was a nightmare. I've forgotten a microphone once, but I pushed through it. The only time I've had to call off trips was when I physically couldn't get to somewhere and I've had to turn around and come home. Jackie Olson, what's your favorite size tarp to use all year round? 3x3 meter. Pretty much works, or 4x3. Question from Anne-Marie. What does Tony do when you're away? Doesn't she ever want to come too? No, she never wants to come. No. And she won't come on a filming trip. What does she do? I don't know. She's hanging out with Bolly. She's busy. She does yoga. She's a yoga instructor. She does some volunteer work as well. And she teaches the oldies how to do mobility and stability and things like that. So she's busy all the time. 1877 WF. Are you and Bernie celebrities in New Zealand? You guys get recognized a lot. No, we get recognized occasionally. I wouldn't say a lot. And if they do, some people look at you and they just don't say anything. Doug Hammond. What would be your choice of car camping vehicle? For example, Ford Transit Connect for dependability and reliability. Oh, you're talking about van? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. If you ask, okay, here's the thing. Forget all of the car reviews, van reviews that you read about this one being more reliable than this one, blah, blah, blah. If you really want to know what's the least reliable and most reliable vans for camping in, ask a tow company, or ask an independent tow company, and they'll tell you. Because when I had that breakdown in Alaska, and I said, oh, these flipping, what was it? Dodge Ram van, what a nightmare. And then the tow guy said to me, he was like, listen, they all suck. He said the most problems he has are with the Sprinters, Mercedes Sprinters. They all have failures. So talk to a tow company. They'll tell you the truth. Chopper 6027 from Arizona. What is the best time to visit New Zealand? But it depends what you want. Oh, and I want to visit Hobbiton. Well, Hobbiton, listen, if your sole goal is to go to Hobbiton, then pick off season, because Hobbiton is a money-making machine. If you're there in peak season, good luck. There'll be 200, 300 coaches of Chinese and whatever, and thousands of people. You are led through in a group on a flag. You don't get to stop at any of the village, the Shire, because, you know, it's all a facade. It's all fake. Even the big tree is fake. And there's only one of those things where you can actually walk inside now. The rest of it, all those doors, there's nothing behind there. It's all a facade. It's a movie set on a piece of farmland. And it is a money-making operation, Hobbiton. So be prepared. As far as best time of year, it's very, very busy from January through to February. Extremely busy everywhere, especially if you're trying to do campgrounds. They're all pretty much fully booked. I like middle of winter here, which is sort of July, August. It's quiet. There's hardly anyone around, and you can pretty much get anywhere. There's no bugs. And it's pretty great. Norma Valdez, will you ever do a camp in the Grand Canyon? Well, I did a camp at the Grand Canyon, at those wagons. I don't know about in the Grand Canyon. If I'd be with Anne and Brandon, so I probably wouldn't film it. Philo Dowd, question, do you inhale cigar smoke like a cigarette? No, don't ever do that. No, it's just the flavor. L406, how is Brandon doing in his West Coast golf school? Very good, thank you. I'm not going to say which university he's at, just because, you know, I don't want him harassed and harangued. But he's moved from Florida now, and he's now on the West Coast, so he's closer to us, and he's having a great time. Ada Joff, what do you do with your old tents and equipment? They're all in the lockup, and much of the older stuff I give to charity. Anna sold a few things occasionally on Facebook. She loves Facebook Marketplace. Ellen Ados, what would you recommend first-time camera for doing what you do? I love camping and have recorded some, but don't have a great camera. iPhone. Just get the best iPhone and start using that. That's the best way, because you'll always have your phone with you, and the iPhone just works. It's how I started out, was using my phone. You see us using really fancy camera equipment. That's because we've been doing it a long time and we're just into the camera equipment. But someone like Luke, Outdoor Boys, has used a GoPro his entire career, never used a big camera. And look how many views he gets. So it just shows you can just use a GoPro. It's the content that counts, not the camera. Gale Resources, what country are most of your followers in? Oh, 50% of them are in the US. Todd Dennis, why don't you review swags in harsh conditions when car camping? Because swags, I can't fit the dog in. I've done swags once, and they condensate like hell, especially in wet conditions and bad conditions. I'm usually out in wet conditions. So I'm not really that interested in swags. And the older I get, the more room I want. Boston Brian, thank you so much. Tony, I feel like we've been through so much together over the years. I always stress how different we are, but how that would and will never stop me watching. Thank you so much. John family, when did you start this YouTube channel and what made you decide to start it? Great question. Anyone who's been with me a long time knows that I was in the UK looking after actually, I did film a couple of really basic hunting trips that I did and put them on YouTube. It wasn't really a thing. But then when I was looking after my dad in the UK during COVID, when my dad was ill, he encouraged me to get some camera gear and do it properly, because he saw the stuff that I was watching and he said, well, he thinks I can do that as well. Maybe do a better job. So my dad backed me on that, and Anne backed me and encouraged me to do it. Jason Stewart, hi Tony, is your gym routine absolutely brutal? It depends. I have my own gym here. I train every single day. I push myself hard, but not as hard as when I was younger. Yeah, I'm not as young as people think I am. Feel free to throw. I can't see all these comments, by the way, because I'm looking at what Anne's sending me, but I will read them all. But feel free right now to put down there how old you think I am. Some people know for sure who are probably on here. How many are online? 1,206 people. Gosh, there's 1,200 of you. This is going to end in 8 minutes so people can go and see the Formula One. So just 8 minutes more. And we stop at 1 minute to 9. So yeah, I have a pretty brutal gym routine, but not as crazy as it used to be. Thank you, Logs, so much. Hi, Tony and Puppies from M. Have you been to Yellowstone? No, we've been to Yosemite, but not Yellowstone. Tamakara, Mexico GP, any thoughts? As I said, I think Lando Norris will probably win it. Hassanwich, when is the next video coming out? They come out at every weekend. Without question, it will either be Saturday, Sunday, or Monday here in New Zealand, every weekend. So I didn't do a video for this week just because of conditions. Massive storm hit here. There was a lot of damage all over the place. We were running on our power walls for 24 hours because there was no power. So I didn't do a video. It was too dangerous to go out. I didn't want to leave Anne at home with the dogs in such a huge storm. It would have been reckless. But I am going tomorrow, and that will come out at the weekend. Always the weekend. Whenever people ask, where have you been? There's been a video every single week for months. Houston Brown Photography. Do you ever go camping and not film at all, just to enjoy camping? No, I haven't done that for a long, long time. Abdullah Hakji, do you have an espresso machine at home? Yes, I do, but now I drink filtered coffee with my, I can't even remember what it's called, Mocha Master, something like that. Yeah, so do I go camping? No, I don't have time. I don't have time to just go camping without filming. Yeah. Oh my, Justin Watchnik. Tony, do you still have the big orange tent from North Face? Yes, I do. Look, I get a lot of questions about North Face and that tent and why don't I use it again and everything else. That's because, I'll be honest, airframe tents have overtaken pole tents when it comes to big car camping tents. Even that Nord tent that I use with the poles, it's such a faff compared to just using an airframe tent. Airframe tents for car camping make the most sense. So no, I won't be using it again, that North Face. It is lightweight, which is fine, but I've got the room and I can lift those big air tents. So no, yeah, I don't use it anymore. The Great Outdoors. Can you do a cave camp sometime? If I could find a cave, maybe I would. I don't have any caves around me, really. And yeah, just never really occurred to me. Litz Garage. What coffee brand is your favorite? Do you mean when I'm on camp? I usually use Avalanche coffees because I like the hit of a bit of sugar. But other than that, I just get beans at home and I have black coffee. Tom 080955. Do you fish when camping? No. Fishing's not my thing. It really isn't. Unless I'm on holiday, I'm doing deep sea fishing or something, then fishing's not my thing. I don't have the patience to sit there and especially film fishing. There's plenty of fishing channels out there. The Zoe Bear, will you be camping by the ocean soon? Yes, I will do a beach camp soon because now it's nicer weather and it is beautiful in that spot. It was cut off, but I will go back there. And I think Bernie will love it there and love swimming in the sea and everything else. So I will be doing that. Skies Canton Planet. How many miles does your truck have on it? I don't know. 120,000 kilometers? Yeah. And it's a 2017. It's got more miles than Buddy does. And Buddy is a 1996. And that only has 105,000 kilometers on it. Lorimer. Hi, Tony. Did you go camping when you lived in Hong Kong, New Territory, or Lantau Island? No, I never went camping in Hong Kong. I lived out in a place called Shung Si Wan, which is out Kowloon towards New Territory side. And I used to run in the hills there. I used to love it so much. A lot of snakes, the occasional monkeys and stuff like that. We had spiders like that. But so no, I never went camping in Hong Kong. I was too busy working. I did go camping in Japan a lot. I loved camping in Japan. Japan is just a beautiful place. And there's a lot of possibilities for camping. It's clean. People behave themselves. It's just a lovely place to go camping in. Believe it or not, there's got a lot of green spaces in Japan. Jasmine Etipla. Would you ever review a tent from Kmart for those who can't afford expensive tents? No, not really. Sorry. I don't do budget gear reviews. I don't really like even doing gear reviews, to be honest. I just like buying gear and using it. I don't really want to spend the time reviewing it. And no, budget gear just isn't my thing. There's so many channels that do it. And I'm unashamed to admit, I just like good gear. I don't really want to use budget gear. I wouldn't be happy with the camp. Anne-Marie OG, how do you find and decide where to camp for videos? 100% weather first. Cold, rain, snow, that's where I look. And then I decide where I can go camping in that area. Gerald Muraski, what is your 2 favorite cigars? Oh, definitely Monte Cristo number 4 and the Partagas P2, I think it's called. Yeah. Lit's Garage, what's your favorite coffee brand at home, and does Anne drink coffee? At home, I get my coffee beans from a company in the North Island, a little small place called Phoebe Rose, and they send me the beans. And Anne has never drunk coffee. She loves the smell of coffee, but won't drink it. She drinks tea. She drinks a lot of peppermint tea. Secus, I don't know what that is. Checker. Academic advisor. What did Luke say about your tent flying into the bushes? He sent me a message saying, glad you're okay. It looked serious. He knows. That wasn't a joke. He didn't joke about it at all. He was just like, it could have been a lot worse, but you got through it. You have to know. When you know that serious things like that, when they happen, it's not a joke. Paul reviews, how many watt hours is your battery pack? And how much do you use on average? Are you talking about, well, both of my van and my truck both have 3 kilowatts. They have 300 amp hours, and I pretty much use it. That's it. Right, and we only got 2 minutes left, so stop with the questions now. This will be the last one. CA Travel Wine Gal. What New Zealand red full-bodied wine would you recommend? I think that's a good one to end on. I am a huge fan of Tomato Estate, and they make some beautiful wines. The Aratari or Aratri. They also do something called the Bullnose Syrah, and they do a beautiful full-bodied cab. Oh my God, a Coleraine. Stunning, absolutely stunning. But they are expensive. Right, I'm turning that off now, Anne, so don't bother sending me anything. Right, everybody, so we've got 1,200 people. Thank you so much for coming to this. The F1 is on now. I just want to thank you again for all of the views, all of the subscribes, the likes, the thumbs up, the merch. Should we quickly say goodbye to the puppies before I disappear? All right, puppies, come on. Come. Sorry about the crotch shot. Come on, Bolly, come here. Because what if I get you here? That will get Bernie here. Because he's so jealous all the time. Come up here, Bolly. Now you watch Bernie's reaction here, because Bernie can't stand the thought of Bolly getting so much attention. Watch this. Oh, Bolly, you're so lovely. Hello, Bolly. Kisses, Bolly. Thank you, Bolly. Thank you, Bolly. Oh, you love that. And there's Bernie. Like clockwork. He's so jealous. Oh, and he's climbing up onto my lap. And he's up. All right. Well, thank you so much. French kiss by Bernie. Oh, Bernie. No, Bernie, stop. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming on this. I'll see you all again soon. From Tony and Bernie and Bolly of AB Camping. Thanks again, everyone. See you in a week. Bye, everybody. You two are a nightmare. Oh, gosh. Oh.